Nizuc Resort and Spa sits on 29 acres of protected mangrove jungle at Punta Nizuc, and it is the only resort in Cancun built on a nature preserve of this scale, with Mayan iconography woven into every wall, walkway, and water feature.
It won Most Instagrammable Hotel in the World in 2020 and Hotel of the Year for Mexico, Central and South America in 2024. The question worth asking is whether those awards describe a resort that actually delivers or one that photographs better than it lives.
That's what we're here to find out.
Nizuc Resort and Spa sits at the southern tip of the hotel zone, 11 minutes from Cancun International Airport by car. A private transfer runs roughly $24 to $74, one-way, fast, easy, and the most sensible option from Cancun.
That proximity to the airport is deceptive, because once you're inside, the city completely disappears. The mangroves do that. You cannot hear the highway. You cannot see the hotel towers.
Kukulkan Plaza is about 13 minutes north by car. La Isla Shopping Village is 15. Coco Bongo Cancun is 20 minutes, which tells you everything about how this resort is positioned. It is not built for people who want nightlife within walking distance.
The room layout here is genuinely considered, not just big for the sake of it. Most suites have private terraces running close to 250 square feet, with a plunge pool right there on the balcony. 80% of rooms face the Caribbean Sea, and when you slide the terrace doors open, the air conditioning cuts off automatically, so the ocean air just takes over.
The bathrooms are a standout. Deep soaking tubs, rainfall showers, L'Occitane products, and in the master suite, a standalone tub that faces the sea when the doors are open, with a TV mounted on the wall facing it. There's also a rise curtain button for automated blackout blinds, small detail, satisfying every single morning.
On the upgrade question, the garden pool villas are worth it for couples who want total privacy and quiet. The standard Ocean View Junior Suites are good, but some look toward the hotel zone high-rises rather than open water. Worth it for privacy seekers, less so if you just want a nice room and plan to spend most of your time at the pool.
Nizuc has 2 private beaches, a main beach with sunset views, and a separate adults-only beach facing sunrise, and 5 pools, including a swim-up bar pool and a dedicated adults-only pool. No outside vendors can reach either beach. That alone changes the energy compared to any public stretch in the hotel zone.
Get to the main pool by 8 in the morning if you want first-tier chairs. Signs say no reserving, but enforcement is loose by noon. The prime spots near the swim-up bar are claimed. The adults-only pool, though, rarely has that problem. It is genuinely tranquil, smaller, and the crowd self-selects for people who want to read in peace. The water at Punta Nizuc sits right on the edge of the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef. You can snorkel straight off the beach. Turtles, rays, coral, complimentary. No excursion required. That is not typical for a Cancun resort.
One honest note here, recent reviews from early 2026 flag construction noise from a neighboring Ritz-Carlton development, described as jackhammering behind the main pool and beach during the day. It is not constant, but it is real. Call ahead and ask which areas are currently affected before you book.
By mid-afternoon, the main pool mellows into something close to a low-key social hour. Drinks, conversation, the swim-up bar doing its job. The beach thins out even further. If you want that private island feeling, 3 in the afternoon at Nizuc Beach actually delivers it. 6 restaurants, and the range here is not filler. It is genuinely the kind of lineup that makes guests cancel off-site dinner plans. Ramona is the contemporary Mexican standout, with coral block walls, ocean views, and live musicians. The Tres Leches cake alone justifies a reservation.
The Peruvian restaurant, gets called out specifically for its ceviche. The lobster ceviche and grilled octopus anticucho are the 2 things to order. It doubles as a lunch spot from the pool, which is a smart move on a hot afternoon.
The breakfast buffet at Café de la Playa is the most reliable meal of the day, made to order eggs, chilaquiles, French pastries, a Bloody Mary bar. Guests who call it the weakest restaurant qualify that by saying the other 5 are extraordinary. That context matters.
Practical tip, book Ramona and La Punta Grill and lounge the moment you check in, or contact the concierge before arrival. 3 to 5 days advance notice during peak season is not an overreaction. Miss that window and you're eating at your second choice every night.
Quick one, if this is saving you research hours, a like and a subscribe to the Tourist Blueprint genuinely keeps us going. And the booking link for Nizuc is right in the description.
The honest part of the dining picture is the pricing. This is not an all-inclusive. Meals, drinks, and spa treatments are billed separately and consistently described as USA resort pricing, not Mexico pricing. Budget for that gap before you arrive, because it surprises people who do not.
Beyond the pool and beach, the daytime activity list is longer than it looks. Complimentary paddleboarding, kayaking, and snorkeling off the reef. Paddleboard yoga at sunrise, a full tennis program with a resident pro. The Wine at Kids Club runs daily programming for ages 4 to 12, with specific staff members who get called out by name in reviews, which tells you something about the consistency.
Evenings wind down rather than ramp up. The Havana Lounge is the centerpiece. Live Cuban jazz, hand-rolled cigars, and extensive rum selection. Mixologists who apparently remember your order from the night before. This is not a party resort. By 10 at night, the atmosphere is closer to a cigar and cocktail lounge than a club. If you need Coco Bongo energy, it is 20 minutes north. But this place is built for the opposite.
The service level is where Nizuc consistently earns its reputation. Staff remember preferred cocktails after one evening. Housekeeping asks at turndown how you want the bed prepared. The guest-to-staff ratio is generous, and the property 29 acres is large enough to feel private but navigable without a golf cart most of the time.
The front desk is the one recurring friction point in reviews. Some guests report a lack of transparency around deposits and billing, and arrogance when issues arise. Not universal, but specific enough to mention.
On value, room rates average around $622 a night, ranging from roughly $350 to over $1,400, depending on season and category. Within that luxury tier, it competes with Rosewood Mayakoba. The room rate is defensible. The add-on costs, every meal, every drink, every spa treatment are where the real budget conversation happens. Go in knowing that, and the math makes sense for the experience you're getting. So, does Nizuc actually deliver on that award-winning reputation? Or does it photograph better than it lives? The honest answer is that it genuinely delivers, with one clear condition attached.
The design, the service, the reef access, the restaurant range, these are not marketing claims. They are consistent across thousands of reviews. But the non-all-inclusive pricing structure at USA Resort rates for every meal and drink will significantly reshape your budget if you arrive unprepared. That trade-off is real, and it belongs in the verdict.
Factor in the dining and spa spend honestly, and Nizuc still holds its position against comparable luxury properties. Underestimate it, and the bill on checkout day will sting.
The scores back the overall picture. On TripAdvisor, Nizuc Resort and Spa scores 4.7 out of 5 across over 4,000 reviews.
Booking.com gives it 9.1 out of 10, exceptional rating in their classification system.
Google mirrors TripAdvisor at 4.7 out of 5, same 4,000 plus review base. The consistency across all three platforms is unusually strong for a resort at this price point.
This resort is built for couples celebrating something, for friends who want a spa and civic trip, for families who want calm water and a kids club that actually delivers. If that is your trip, this is likely your resort.
If you are expecting Cancun Hotel Zone energy, easy nightclub access, or all-inclusive convenience, Nizuc will feel like the wrong choice. Intentionally secluded, deliberately quiet, and priced for every experience individually. And if the Ritz construction is still active nearby, ask the resort directly before you commit to a beach-facing room.
Subscribe to the Tourist Blueprint so you catch our next one. And if Nizuc is calling your name, that booking link is waiting in the description.